Welcome to BaldHeaded Metal, and today I wanted to do a reaction for a band you guys have been requesting, and it's Ingested. I'm going to do their new single, Rebirth, and start with that and kind of keep going and see what other songs they have to offer. I know you guys gave me specific recommendations, but I just happened to see this thumbnail, you know, I thought about it, let me jump on it, let's see what's going on with their new album, new single, and work my way backwards. Keeping that in mind, let's start the video, let's see what we got. If you're new to this channel and you're a fan of this band, so you know my process here is I might like, might dislike the song, and I will voice my opinion to create an interesting conversation. But I always do it respectfully. I don't like to hate on bands. From time to time, it's been a couple of times where I really just didn't like what I heard. Let's see what we got here. And if you enjoy these kind of more analytical style reactions, make sure to subscribe down below for more, because I think it creates a more interesting conversation between us. And sometimes you educate me, and sometimes you even convert me to your side. Let's go into it and see what we got. I've been asking for some heavier stuff. I'm so on board. I love just like kind of a death metal with these kind of groovy or addictive riffs. I've mentioned Jungle Rot, Asphyx, Bolt Thrower, or Amon Amarth. They have really addictive riffs with just that heaviness to it that I really, really like. And 26 seconds into it, I'm like, I'm gonna like this already. Yeah, it's a solid song so far. I want some kind of a change-up. Well, I mean, I'm predicting that it's going to be one. These kinds of songs, they build up on a good kind of a riff or sections and have this brutality to them, but then they have usually a really nice switch-up to really get you in the zone and just start moshing. This is like, this will get me crazy in the mosh pit automatically. Yeah, right here is gonna switch up. I like his actually almost black metal screeching kind of vocal he was doing. I thought that was really cool. It's a nice change up from the vocals he was doing before. Yeah, this is very old school. This reminds me of like Cannibal Corpse, reminds me of Morbid Angel, like, you know, the old school death metal, the beginning of death. It really reminds me of those kinds of albums, which looks like obviously they probably grew up on that kind of stuff and really wanted to push it forward in a new with the production, I would say the sound and production really helps this song. It really kind of rises up. So far, a little bit on the simpler side. Not as catchy as I would hope it to be in the beginning, but I would say it's like a solid single for me to check out, which would want me to either check out the album or check out more songs from them. Like, I'm interested. I'm in there with the band. I'm not 100% sold yet. I'll put it that way. Mandatory breakdown. Yeah, with breakdowns, I kind of got tired of them, to be honest. I think some of them are really good and some of them are really interesting. But it feels like it's become so predictable. It's like, okay, a breakdown's coming, right? And metalcore was very popular, hardcore. Like I said, I'm interested, but I'm not, because you know what it is? There's like certain bands like Asphyx. The band members in that band, they're not particularly like the most technically proficient musicians you've ever heard or on some high tier proficiency, but they compensate with really, really good songwriting. Then there's some other bands like Nile, which are extremely technically proficient, might not be easy to get into their music. You know, every band has something that could be good and hard about them to get into, to listen to. With this band, they have good production. The songwriting is okay, at least here. And the riff is catchy enough, right? It's just kind of there in the middle. And I'm like, okay, should I stick with you or keep going? I've been proving wrong. And one of the bands I've been proving wrong with is Dagobah. I've reacted to some of their new singles. And I said it was okay, kind of like run-of-the-mill kind of stuff. And you guys kept encouraging me, saying that it's a really good band. And recently, I actually reached out and wanted to get an interview with the guys. And actually, I scored an interview. I think it's going to happen next week. And I'll post it that week as well. But then it got me interested in, like, hey, if I'm going to be interviewing this band, I need to know more about them. I need to check out their discography. So I started listening to their older albums and listened to the 2017 albums. Like, holy shit, this is good. This is really fucking good. It's like, why didn't I hear this first? And then I realized, well, people can't pick out the songs that are going to click with you all the time, right? It's a guesswork. So perhaps it's going to happen with this band as well. Maybe another song will really capture me.
Your foundations are alive. When you walk hand in hand through the shadows, don't feel I'm never by your side. Your foundations are meaningless. Your foundations are a battle lie. When you walk hand in hand through the shadows, don't feel I'm never by your side.
Yeah, I think the vocalist might be taking himself just a little bit seriously. But again, it might be just kind of stage performance. I don't think you have to take it that serious. We've talked about on my podcast with Andrew McKay Smith about Belfangor, and he talked to the guy, and he's like, "Oh no, the guy's that serious. He's just who he is." And for some people, it's a stage show, but some people, they just don't get out of character. And I tend to laugh right in the show. I've laughed at Absu when I've listened to them, just because, like, dude, get out of character. It's not that serious. Like, you don't have to be screech growling the whole fucking time. It was really annoying. But I am, like I said, I'm interested. So let me see, maybe among the other songs you guys recommended me, perhaps somebody new to this channel, give me some recommendations from this band which you think are like solid fucking death metal songs that I should check out, and I'll pounce in that direction as well. Guys, and make sure you enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe and keep it fucking metal.